Happy Halloween, Randy. So this past weekend, Amazing Grace and I went to Sleepy Hollow, a 2-day journey by horse-drawn carriage, but we had a car, so it took about an hour. Sleepy Hollow is a little town based on that Johnny Depp movie, or maybe that short story by Washington Irving. Either way, this video is going to have spoilers for both. I was expecting it to be just like that Disney original movie Halloween Town, and it pretty much was. Everything in town is a bit spooky and a bit Halloweeny. We even ran into the Addams family taking family pictures in the cemetery. The real Washington Irving lived here back when it was called Tarrytown, and he got a lot of inspiration from the town. And now several tourists come every year around Halloween to check out this creepy little village called Sleepy Hollow. But what is the legend of Sleepy Hollow? So back then, it was just a quiet little town called Tarrytown. And Sleepy Hollow is a wooded area outside Tarrytown that is believed to be haunted. There are many ghost stories and otherwise creepy beliefs about the supernatural goings-on in the hollow. And our story starts with a little guy named Ichabod Crane. He's a bit of a dweeb and the local schoolmaster. In the Johnny Depp version, he's all science and gadgety. He's in love with Katrina Van Tassel, pretty much the only girl in town, but she's got her eyes on this guy Brom. Katrina's father is super wealthy, and she's the only child. In the Johnny Depp movie, Katrina has a stepmother. Now remember when I said Sleepy Hollow is haunted? The dominant spirit of this enchanted region is the Headless Horseman, who was once a Hessian mercenary during the Revolutionary War. He fought for the British, killing many Americans and probably chopping their heads off. Darn Hessians. But he died when his own head went missing, having been blasted off by a cannonball. So now this Hessian dude rises from the dead without a head, and thus is born the Headless Horseman. Ichabod Crane sets out to woo the young Van Tassel girl. He wants to be with her because she's beautiful and because her father is super wealthy, and marrying her, he'll inherit that wealth. But Katrina isn't having it. Katrina rejects him, and of course this makes Ichabod very sad. Katrina is probably more into this guy Brom Bones. Unlike Ichabod Crane, Brom is strong and charming and handsome, but he's also a bit of a jerk. During the rivalry between Ichabod and Brom for the heart of Katrina Van Tassel, Brom and his buddies play pranks on poor Ichabod, particularly in front of Katrina. But Ichabod is persistent, and this seems to particularly annoy Brom. But after the rejection from Katrina, Ichabod makes his way out into Sleepy Hollow, and there he has a scary encounter. It's the Headless Horseman! The Headless Horseman takes off chasing Ichabod Crane. Of course, Ichabod Crane is probably peeing in his pants right now. The horseman rides up and tosses his head straight at Ichabod. And that's pretty much how the story ends. Nobody ever sees Ichabod again, and all that's left behind is a smashed pumpkin and his soiled pants. Well, technically it's his hat. In the Johnny Depp movie, the horseman is real and kills several other villagers as well, chopping off their heads. It's eventually expected that the 4 village elders are controlling the horseman, but each one of them dies one by one at the hands of the horseman. And in the end, it's revealed that the person controlling the Headless Horseman was the evil stepmother. And Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci ride off together to live happily ever after.